Okay, let's unpack this. Um, Imagine having so much Bitcoin, right? That just moving a tiny bit of it, it sends these huge ripples across the whole crypto market.
Yeah, seismic is the word.
Exactly. It's a kind of power you rarely see, and that's exactly what well, let's call them an incredibly influential whale did just this week. A really fascinating, massive move from Bitcoin straight into
A
Ethereum.
very significant shift.
It really is. So our deep dive today, it really kicks off with this great article from Decrypt, and honestly, they kind of nailed the title. Bitcoin whale sitting on $5 billion dumps more BTC to buy Ethereum.
Gets right to the point.
It does. So, for you listening, our mission here isn't just, reporting the facts. It's about peeling back the layers. We
No.
want to get into how these giants move markets almost invisibly
Hmm.
and what their bold decisions might signal about crypto's future and, why this huge shift by just one whale should maybe make you rethink how you see market dynamics and the kind of power that's really at play.
It's a good case study.
Absolutely. And when we say significant, I mean, we're talking about a truly mind-boggling amount here.
Yeah.
The main transaction, the headline one. On Friday, August 29th, 2025, a single wealthy Bitcoin holder swapped, get this, $216 million worth of BTC for Ethereum.
Wow. Just $215 million.
It really makes you stop and think, doesn't it? The scale of wealth in this space.
It absolutely does. And, what's really striking here is that scale, $260 million, it's not just a large sum. It's genuinely a market-moving amount.
Right.
In crypto, a whale, it's not just someone rich in crypto. It's an individual or maybe an entity holding such vast amounts of one asset. Well, their trades can, and often do, significantly sway market prices.
Like gravitational centers, you said.
Exactly. Think of them like that. And because they have this huge influence, their movements are watched incredibly closely, with hawk-like precision by traders, analysts.
Everyone, basically.
Pretty much anyone interested in where the market's heading. They often act as sort of bellwethers, signaling shifts in sentiment or strategy that could, well, impact all of us.
Which really makes you wonder,
Sure.
how does someone actually do that? Execute a trade that big, hundreds of millions, without just tanking the price instantly? Before they've even finished their own huge transaction, it almost feels like it shouldn't be possible.
That's a really critical point. And the source material, it details a very calculated process, almost like a financial ninja, you could say.
Okay.
The whale didn't just dump all $216 million at once. That would have sent prices crashing like a lead balloon.
Oh,
right?
sure.
Instead, they first put 2,000 Bitcoin onto Hyperliquid's exchange. Now, Hyperliquid is the exchange, and this Hyperunit the source mentions. Think of it as their protocol or smart contract layer that helps manage depositing native tokens like Bitcoin and ETH for trading directly on Hyperliquid.
Ah, okay. So it handles the liquidity for these big direct swaps.
Precisely. That's how they manage it. Then, like a patient angler reeling in a big fish, they very methodically sold that Bitcoin into Ethereum, but in tiny batches, often just 1 to 1.5 BTC at a time.
Wow, just one BTC at a time out of 2,000.
Yeah. It wasn't a sprint. It was this really carefully orchestrated marathon. And after they got all the Ethereum, the whale then moved over 42,750 ETH out of their wallet.
So definitely not some impulsive move. Clearly a meticulously planned operation.
Very much so.
But even with that, methodical batch selling, isn't there still a risk? Like, what if the market sentiment just shifts suddenly while they're in the middle of this multi-day thing? Are there downsides even for a whale using this stealth approach?
Oh, absolutely. There are always risks, even for the most sophisticated players. You're right. While batch selling minimizes their own direct market impact.
Right, their own splash.
Exactly. They're still totally exposed to the wider market volatility during that execution period. A sudden piece of bad news, maybe another whale makes a big aggressive move that could easily shift the market against them. So this methodical approach, it's a classic strategy, yes. It minimizes their trade's impact, prevents slippage. That's where your own huge trade pushes the price against you.
Got it.
But it definitely doesn't make them immune to macro trends or external shocks. It's a very delicate dance, even at this enormous scale.
Fascinating. Okay, so we know what happened and how it was done with this incredible precision. But who is this whale? What else do we know about the entity behind this? Arkham Intelligence was mentioned.
Yes, indeed. And this is where it gets even more interesting. Arkham Intelligence, the on-chain analytics firm, they've done some really impressive detective work here.
Okay.
They've connected the address, the one ending in ECB 43, to a whole network of wallets. And collectively, these wallets hold, wait for it, an astonishing $5 billion worth of Bitcoin.
Liftillion, wow.
Billion with a B. I mean, just to put that in perspective, that's more than the GDP of some small countries.
Incredible.
And this isn't just a one-off thing. Arkham also noted the same whale deposited at least $800 million worth of Bitcoin to hyper-ruin it just days earlier, August 24th, sort of foreshadowing this bigger move.
So a buildup.
Exactly. They even posted about it on X, saying the whale moved $1.1 billion of BTC to a new wallet and has been actively buying ETH through hyper-ruin at HL.
Yeah.
And Arkham specifically said, quote, "This whale bought $2.5 billion of ETH last week, and he's still buying."
Still buying. That really stands out, doesn't it?
It does.
So just to crystallize that,
Right.
what you're saying is we should probably see these move not as like quick speculative bets, but as fundamental, maybe long-term portfolio restructuring.
That's precisely how it looks.
Less opportunistic trading, more deep conviction.
Exactly. This isn't just one isolated event or some quick flip. It appears to be a sustained strategic pivot by a major player. It suggests a long-term conviction in Ethereum's potential, or at the very least, a significant push for diversification within their crypto holdings. For whales like this, these moves often come after deep research. They reflect a strategic outlook that goes way beyond just day-to-day price swings. They're making these calculated decisions that could reshape their entire multi-billion-dollar portfolio. It signals a profound belief in Ethereum's future, maybe. Or perhaps it's just a very sophisticated way to manage risk across their massive crypto assets.
Right.
It's basically a statement about where they think the next big wave of value creation might happen in the digital asset world.
Which, again, makes you wonder, is this just one super wealthy player making a move that's right for their specific situation? Or is this more like a leading indicator? Are we seeing the first signs of a broader trend among, the crypto titans, a bigger shift in sentiment?
You've absolutely hit on the crucial question there. And the grouped article, along with other on-chain analysis, strongly suggests it's not just a one-off idiosyncratic move.
Okay.
We are observing a pattern. Other multi-billion-dollar Bitcoin whales have also been making similar maybe smaller, but still strategic pivots into Ethereum.
Interesting.
And this trend, it seemed to really pick up recently, especially around the time Ethereum surged to its new all-time high. Now, why are they doing it?
Yeah, why ETH?
Well, it seems to be a sophisticated play on perceived value and future potential.
Yeah.
Bitcoin, it's still seen as digital gold, the store of value, known for scarcity, security.
It's the original.
The original. But Ethereum, with its really robust, constantly growing ecosystem, DeFi, NFTs, all those decentralized apps, it represents a different kind of growth engine.
Utility.
Utility, exactly. So for these players, yeah, it's about smart diversification, but it's also maybe about hedging their bets. They're not just looking at today's price. They seem to be positioning their huge capital for where the innovation is, the utility, the network effect in crypto might be heading over the next few years.
Balancing the portfolio, basically?
Yeah, optimizing their overall exposure, balancing that established store of value with the potential of this burgeoning tech platform.
And thinking about these big players, it's not just this recent BTC to ETH swap, is it? We've seen other truly historic movements by Bitcoin whales lately that just remind you of the immense, sometimes hidden wealth moving around.
That's a great point to bring up. Broadens the context.
These quiet giants really shaping things.
You're absolutely right. And the source material actually backs this up, recalling two other really monumental events recently. For instance, one Bitcoin billionaire made the largest transfer of old BTC in history.
Old BTC.
Yeah, coins that hadn't moved in 10 years, just sitting there, dormant for a decade. And they moved over $8 billion worth.
$8 billion, waking up after 10 years. Incredible.
Isn't it? And then later, that same Bitcoin OG, original gangster, actually cashed out more than $9 billion of Bitcoin. Sold over 80,000 BTC that they apparently acquired way back in the Satoshi era.
The very beginning.
Right near the start, yeah. And they did this through the crypto firm Galaxy Digital.
Wow. So you've got $8 billion moving after a decade sleeping, a $9 billion cash out from the earliest days, and now this $5 billion whale strategically moving into Ethereum. It really shows that this landscape of huge crypto wealth is constantly shifting, isn't it? It's not static.
Exactly. That's what's so fascinating. We're seeing all these different kinds of whale activity. Long dormant coins moving to maybe getting ready to sell, maybe not. Strategic reallocation between the big assets like we've been talking about. These diverse actions, they just highlight this evolving landscape of large-scale crypto wealth and how these major players are actively managing it. It shows that even the earliest adopters, the biggest holders, they're constantly making decisions about their portfolios, taking profits, diversifying, positioning for what's next.
So, with all this massive activity swirling around the strategic moves, the shifting sentiment, the obvious immediate question is, what happened to the price? Did Bitcoin tank? Did Ethereum soar on the day of this big $216 million swap?
Well, it's funny because the market doesn't always react exactly how you might expect to just one event, even a really big one.
Right, it's complex.
Very. On that Friday, the day of the big swap, both Bitcoin and Ethereum were actually trading about 4% lower. Bitcoin was around $108,196, and ETH was around $4,318.
So no immediate pump from this huge buy.
Nope. Which just serves as a good reminder, really. Even these colossal whale movements, however strategic they don't always dictate the immediate price direction all by themselves. Market dynamics are always multifaceted. There are tons of factors. Broader economic news, regulatory stuff, just general market mood. It's always a complex dance with many players moving at the same time.
Okay, so wrapping this up, you've just heard about this incredibly powerful Bitcoin whale making a truly monumental move into Ethereum. And importantly, it seems to be part of a larger trend we're seeing among crypto's biggest players. These aren't just simple transactions. They look like sophisticated strategic plays. And they reveal potentially shifting sentiments, maybe long-term visions within the market. Understanding these kinds of hidden currents, it feels key to grasping where digital assets might be headed.
Absolutely. And maybe here's a final thought for you to consider. If even just a fraction of the other multi-billion-dollar Bitcoin whales out there, the ones sitting on huge long-held gains, if they decide to follow suit and keep diversifying into assets like Ethereum, maybe seeing that potential for a more robust tech platform alongside Bitcoin's store of value, how might that kind of sustained large-scale reallocation fundamentally reshape the power dynamics, the market cap balance between Bitcoin and Ethereum in the coming years? What could that really mean for the entire crypto ecosystem down the line?
That is a genuinely thought-provoking question, and it definitely encourages all of us to keep a close eye on these underlying currents shaping crypto's future. Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
My pleasure.
We really hope you're feeling well-informed now and maybe just a little bit more curious about these silent giants moving the markets.